Okay, Kohalayim Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Vakar Kodash. The bondage to the elders, Apostle Great Millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect. My name is Lamadia from the New York camp. And today we're going to talk about Jacob's trouble. And Jacob's trouble is a time, or rather event, that the Most High is going to bring upon the wicked amongst Israel. But within this event, the Lord is going to have mercy upon the righteous of Israel, and He's going to deliver them out. He's going to deliver them out of that time. Excuse me. But that time is approaching, and is approaching very soon, because you have a lot of Jake that's fully invested into America, and they don't see this place going down. But the only plans is the plans of the Most High. And if your plans don't align with the Most High, what's going to happen is it's not going to come to pass. And America was set up as a place of punishment for our people. But our people, when I mean by our people, talking about Israel, the tribes, they have become institutionalized, and they want to stay here, or they want to remain here, and they got comfortable being here, even though when the Most High sent His prophets, His teachers out to prophesy on the demise and destruction of America, and to also prophesy a greater kingdom to come, where we're going to be in power, where we're not going to be oppressed, and we're going to live in peace. They don't want that. They rather still stay here. And if they can't have the so-called white man join them, they don't even want it, because they want the white man side by side with them. But that's not going to happen. You're just going to be destroyed right here. So what I want to do is start this off with Jeremiah. And bear with me. I got a stiff nose. My nose is running, so bear with me. So let's start at Jeremiah 30:7. At last, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he should be saved out of it. The he is only referencing to the elect of Israel. That's the ones that are going to be saved out of it. Because Yahweh Shai is only coming to deliver the elect. And that's it. And the elect is the 1/3. And what's comprised of this trouble? Famine, Jake being shot down by the police or the National Guard, anarchy, and I could say both women I used to deal with, my previous woman back in the past, the first woman I was with, first entering into this ministry, she would have a lot of dreams of Jacob's trouble. And she would describe it as, people, suffering. And one of the dreams, one of the dreams that I remember her having was she got caught up inside of the chaos, and she knew she was going to die. But she said, even though she knew she was going to die, all she could think about was she should have got right by me. He said that's the only thing that could have crossed her mind. She should have got right by me. And then what happened was, you know, we end up, breaking up. But she pretty much prophesied her own demise. Now the woman I dealt with afterward, she had the same similar dream. But only in this time, we was together during the time of Jacob's trouble. And she described as the military just shooting people down for no reason. And we was together, so she turned her head for a split second and turned back towards me, and I was gone. And then when she woke up out of sleep, I remember she just held me real tight. And then she told me the dream that morning. But same thing. We end up later on not being together. But that's the time that's coming. Jake take this thing as being a joke. And the ones that come up against this knowledge the most is our own people. They're the number one offenders. But the Most High has a remedy. So I'm going to read verse 8. For it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck, and will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him. And so we're going to be set free from this place. Because we're slaves. Whether you think you are or not, we're still slaves. But right now we're contractual slaves. That's why you have a SSI number, a birth certificate, because you are state property. You are what they call human resource. They took the chains from off your neck and wrist, and they gave you what dogs have, a extended leash. That's what they have now, a extended leash. Because with an extended leash, when you walk your dog, that dog have the illusion of freedom, but it's still a leash on that dog. But you're not free. And the only one gonna set us free is Yahweh Shah. But we just have to wait upon him. So verse 9. But they shall serve the Lord their power, and David their king, whom I will raise up unto them. Now let's go to Revelation 3:10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, this for the elect. Because part of the, give me 1 second, Slakia. I'm a little sick. It's pretty much hard for me to get my words out, but that's okay. All right. Excuse me. Read it again. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience. Now, the one that's keeping the patience, the word of patience is the elect. And the word patient means to suffer. And look, as we draw closer to the end, the Most High is going to be answering our prayers. Like you pray for your parents, you pray for your loved ones, and guess what? They're not of the elect because they're not believers. But you pray for mercy. And the way that mercy may look is you might see them, pass away. You might see them pass away. And that's the Most High grant to them mercy. They might get an ailment and pass. Might get an ailment and pass away. Now, that's not that's not something you want to experience. The last thing you want to experience your parent or sibling passing away. But it's still mercy. Because they passing away in peace from an ailment and passing away from famine is a lot better. So that's the Most High granting them mercy. That's more of a merciful kill or merciful death. So verse 11, behold, I come quickly, hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. And what is it that we supposed to hold fast to? There's knowledge. Because you're going to have opposition forces or opposition coming towards you to try to make you fumble your belief, your knowledge, and your service to Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shah. So you got to hold on tight. That's what fast means. Hold on tight. And these opposition comes in the form of demons. You wonder why you got all these setbacks happening, why you going through financial trouble, why you going through breakups, why everything just seems to go wrong. That's just Satan. Satan's just trying to get you frustrated, to cause doubt in your mind. But we have the scriptures, because when you believe, you know, look, whatever comes our way, the Most High also make a way for us to get out of it. Because the Lord creates a circumstance, but He also create a circumstance for us to be delivered. You just have to believe. So that's what it means to hold fast. You got to hold tight to this knowledge. You know, don't let Satan put any doubt in your mind. You have to believe. Keep pushing. Keep pushing on. Now, James 12:1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. Because the angel Michael, he's coming to accompany Yahweh Shah when Yahweh Shah return. And it says, and there should be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time, thy people should be delivered. What people? The elect. Not all of Israel, because this knowledge is only for the elect. Everyone that should be found written in the book, that's the elect. And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall wake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. So the ones that don't get on this side, eventually they're going to come back. You're going to come back in the kingdom, but you know, you're going to come back as a regular Israelite. And you're going to be ashamed because you're gonna remember the things you did to disrupt this word or to disrupt this ministry. And you know, you had a lot of guys that would sell out, like a guy like Judas Iscariot. You know, he's going to come back in the kingdom because he's still an Israelite. But he's going to be ashamed of what he done. Matthew 24:21. But then should be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time. No ever should be. And that's going back to Jacob's trouble. And it says, and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. And that's how bad it's going to get out here. There's going to be dead bodies on the ground. There's going to be women getting, you know, raped. There's going to be a lot going on all at one time. The resources is going to be very, very low. But even within this time, the Most High is going to be with their elect. And that's when Isaiah 4:1 is going to take place. That's going to happen on this side. Because the Most High is going to be with the elect man. That's why the Lord said I should make a man more precious than fine gold. That's talking about a righteous man, the elect man, an Israelite man. So it says, for then should be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no ever should be. And except those days should be shortened, he gonna shorten for the elect. And that's how much people gonna be dying. That's how much Israelites gonna be dying. There shall no flesh be saved. For the elect's sake, those days should be shortened. And too, feminism is not coming with us. Like, feminism is going to be left right here in America when America be destroyed. And I close with Isaiah 65. Give me 1 second. Isaiah 65 and 11. But ye are they that forsake the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, that forget my holy mountain, that prepare a table for the troop, and that furnish the drink offering unto that number. Therefore would I number you to the sword. What's that number? 2/3. And ye should all bow down to the slaughter, because when I called, ye did not answer. How did the Most High call? Through his prophets. When we go out there and teach, a lot of times there's always our people that being in the opposition to the word of the Lord. They come up scoffing, and sometimes they the one that lead the comments on the comment board talking shit. So it says, because when I called, you did not answer. When I spake, you did not hear, but did evil before my eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. Therefore thus saith the Lord, behold, my servants should eat, but ye should be hungry. Behold, my servants should drink, but ye should be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye should be ashamed. Oh, shit. Let me go back. Okay, I left there. Verse 14. Behold, my servants should drink, sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. And ye shall leave your name for a curse unto my chosen. And that goes into Daniel again, which speaks about everlasting and some to shame and everlasting contempt. That's how they're gonna leave their name for a curse. I'll read it again. And ye shall leave your name for a curse unto my chosen. For the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, shall slay thee, and shall call his servants by another name. That he who blesseth himself in the earth shall bless himself in the power of truth, and he that sweareth in the earth shall swear by the power of truth. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Because the former troubles are forgotten, and because they are hid from thine eyes. So 17 going to something else. That's going into the new heavens and new earth and post-nuclear destruction. But judgment is coming down in America real soon. And the ones of our people that can't get it, we're moving on. We're moving forward. So with that, I'm gonna say Kolayim Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, Bahashim Wakak Shalom.